Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. So on Friday Night SmackDown, we finally saw Chad Gable return to SmackDown, and the crowd in Italy erupted. This puts WWE in a very, very important decision, and they have some pivotal choices to make about Chad Gable. He must be presented as an absolute superstar. This is a organic moment that has been created by El Grande Americano and El Grande Americano, and now Chad Gable is unmasked. People absolutely love him, and WWE is put in a position they never thought they'd be in, where now they have the chance to really make Chad Gable a superstar, a top guy, which he has all the skills in the world to do, to produce. He can talk, he can work, he can do all sorts of things. Obviously now he can do lucha libre. You had him do this Shorty G bullshit, so he can obviously do comedy crap. He can wrestle very seriously. He can put main event matches together, right? Chad Gable is a superstar. I don't care that he's in his 40s. It's now is the time, and WWE is at a crossroads here. The decisions they make next with Chad Gable will write that story. Do they present him as the superstar that he is? Do they build him up like the Kurt Angle that he can be? Or do they continue making, piss poor decisions, and then Chad Gable making the absolute best out of those decisions? But at the beginning of 2026, I predicted that Chad Gable would be the breakout star. I didn't know that it would be under a mask. I also didn't know that Ludwig Kaiser would also take the sort of lucha libre world by storm. Now Chad Gable is unmasked, and WWE has a fucking prime opportunity. A prime opportunity. By the end of the year, Chad Gable could certainly be a champion. Intercontinental United States, maybe, but maybe even more than that if the crowd gets behind him enough, similar to what you saw from, Daniel Bryan forcing his way in and Kofi Kingston forcing his way in. I think Chad Gable's on a better footing than those guys are, but it could be that quick that the crowd sees Chad Gable as a top star. And then will WWE pull the trigger on that, or will they write the correct stories that produce that investment from the fans, and will they make the right choices that give Chad Gable the opportunity to do that? Because that has to happen. WWE needs another top guy. Imagine a great feud between Braun Breaker and Chad Gable. Imagine the intensity of those matches. Imagine the intensity of the matches between Chad Gable and Gunther, or Chad Gable and Seth Rollins, or Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. I mean, these matches are top tier, and WWE has a prime opportunity to make a star based on what Chad Gable did under that mask. Now, what can he do outside of the mask? Let's make it Kurt Angle-esque. That's the vibe. And speaking of top guys, it's been rumored, reports have said that people internally in WWE are not viewing Ilya Dragunov as a top guy. Rather, they're viewing him as a interchangeable mid-card talent. Now, I agree and I disagree with how WWE is viewing Ilya Dragunov. I don't see him as the tippy-top guy. I don't. But I don't see him as an interchangeable mid-card talent. There's literally no one like Ilya Dragunov on the WWE roster. So how could he be interchangeable? No one really has his intensity, his look, his finisher, the way he moves in the ring, the way he sells. Like, literally, he is so unique. He is not cookie cutter at all. He hasn't drawn from anything in sort of the past and sort of redone it, right? All sort of characters are redone. No one's done this style. He's super intense, super good in the ring. He has one of WWE's highest rated matches of all time with Walter or Gunther. And so maybe he's not the very, very top. Maybe he's not main eventing WrestleMania. Maybe he's not winning a World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe. But he's also not interchangeable. That's just a wrong phrasing. He is a way above interchangeable mid-card guy and maybe right below top guy. He's in that kind of sphere that Sami Zayn sits in. Like, if you put Ilya Dragunov out in the ring, he's going to have a fucking phenomenal match and he's going to go balls to the wall. And he's way better than any sort of mid-card talent underneath him. It's kind of like Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is not an interchangeable mid-card talent, but I also don't view Carmelo Hayes as winning the big one. somewhere he sits somewhere in the LA Knight Sami Zayn reign. That's where they go. Those four guys live, and so that's a great spot to live. That kind of means you have a job no matter what. You're going to be in big time matches. You're going to have big time feuds, and I think that's really good. But I would never consider an Ilya Dragunov or a Carmelo Hayes to be interchangeable. That doesn't make any sense. And then speaking of Sami Zayn, I kind of like what he's doing as a heel right now. He's so annoying. And the thing that makes him so annoying is that he thinks he's so virtuous. He thinks he's such a good guy. And right now, Sami Zayn he refuses to take responsibility for his actions. And I know it's getting under people's skin. I know it's annoying people. And I think he's doing a phenomenal job presenting this side of his character while also trying to present as the good guy that he is. Instead of just going full blown heel and kicking everybody in the penis and just doing all those heel tactics, He's making it a part of him, but he's making these subtle tweaks and shifts where he's not taking responsibility for anything. Blame is always everywhere else, and I think it's going well for Sami Zayn. And because of that, he's now interjected himself in the mix between Cody and Gunther, and Gunther is supposed to reveal his stipulation next week or on Friday for his rematch with Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. And as of right now, the rematch will take place in 2 weeks on SmackDown, which makes me think that something is going to happen involving Sami Zayn, potentially with Cody and Gunther, and then maybe we get a triple threat match of Cody, Gunther, and Sami Zayn somewhere down the line, potentially at SummerSlam, because Night of Champions, Cody Rhodes will be busy. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's correct. I don't know what Gunther's going to be doing, but this match is going to happen. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, then something. Maybe Sami Zayn's going to get involved. Then there'll be Night of Champions. Then maybe they'll pick it back up, and we might see a triple threat match: Gunther, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Night 2 main event would be probably night 1 main event would be my guess. And then you'll see Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns for the World Championship as the night 2 main event. At least those are my thoughts as of right now. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.